Hello and welcome to Relatively Crafty, a knitting podcast. I'm your host, Christy. I come to you from the Denver area of Colorado, where I live with my husband, Ron, our two daughters, Tatum and Delaney, and our tuxedo kitty, Lilu, and our Patango puppy, Sophie. Welcome. I am trying out a new setup today. I just bought an iPad. I've never bought an iPad before. I'm actually still fairly new to the whole Apple products thing. I didn't get any Apple products until I got my hearing aids a couple of years ago, and I bought the iPhone in order to be able to connect it via Bluetooth with my hearing aids, because Samsung doesn't do that like Apple does. So anyway, I hadn't had a tablet for a long time either. I just used my laptop. My laptop was getting rather old, and my kids had kind of tainted it with all of their schoolwork when they were doing so much home remote learning, and so I decided to go ahead and purchase an iPad, and so I'm recording on it for the first time. Hopefully it'll work out okay. I am also going to try to do my editing on it. I'm going to try iMovie. I was using a different product on my laptop. I think it's called Filmora, and it was something that I had bought a long time ago, but I wasn't really loving it anymore. And that might have been because of the age of my laptop and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, all that to say, we're trying this out. Because of the way this room is set up, I had to do it standing up. So I'm not sitting down, which is why you're seeing a little bit different of my room. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully it looks okay. We'll see. Anyway, this is a knitting podcast. I'm going to talk about the few things that I have finished, and some whips and some new projects. I wanted to get one in today, which, by the way, this is May 2nd, and it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Actually, today is my birthday. I'm 44. Thank you. I've just finished 3 projects, and 2 of them have to go to the recipients. They're baby things, and so I figured might as well podcast now while I have the time, and then I can gift them because they are both for coworkers. And so I can take them in tomorrow and give them to my coworkers. So let's get started on that. First, I have a little cardigan. The pattern is called the Baby Cardigan. I will leave a link down below with my project page, and you can find the pattern via there. Link goes to Ravelry, of course. This is a free pattern, so help yourself to it. It was super fun. It's knit out of worsted weight yarn. So I picked up this, excuse me, I misspoke. This is DK weight yarn. So this green, this is Hue Loco in her DK weight. The colorway is Mustard Party, and I think it is just a really, really pretty green colorway. I am thinking that I need to get a whole sweater quantity and make a Christy sweater because I really, really love this colorway. So yeah, Mustard Party, and then I picked up 2 of these Knitted Wit. This is the Double Bubble, which is, they're minis in different weights. So they have, I think Double Bubble is their DK, but I could be wrong. I didn't actually check it. They have it for worsted and also for fingering, and they all have different names. My local yarn shop, which is Colorful Yarns in Centennial, has been carrying them for a long time, and they're great for little things like this. Like, I needed a contrasting color. I didn't want to buy a whole skein because that would have been, a waste of money, and so, well, because I would have found something to do with it, but I I was trying to be conscientious of the amount of yarn that I bought, and so so I bought a full skein of the Hue Loco, and then I bought 2 of these knitted wits, double bubbles, and this colorway is Beaujolais, which is just a really pretty burgundy, and I think it complements the mustard party very well. The pattern of course called for just a single color, but I really wanted to do something fun with it, and so and I was afraid that I wasn't going to have enough for the whole sweater with just the mustard party, although I might have made it. I had about this much left over, but I do really like the way it looks. I just did a very simple color work fade in, I guess, here, and then as you can see, I bound off with the mustard party, and then on the sleeves I bound off with the Beaujolais, and I think it looks really cute. It's just a simple little V-neck cardigan. This is for a baby boy. Actually, I am super far behind because this is one of my coworkers that gave birth last December, December of 2020, and I just I couldn't manage it around that time. I was working a lot, and we weren't in the office, and then when we were in the office, I was still working a lot, and so I finally was able to get it done. So I made the 1 year size with the hopes that when we get into the fall again, little one will be able to wear it then. So that is that one. And then I also have another baby gift, and this is actually probably one of the reasons why I was able to get myself in gear to make that Oh Baby Cardigan, was because my boss's daughter was having her second child, and I had knit a sweater for the first child. It was this one. It was, I think it's called the Tender Heart by Tanis Fiber Arts, and it was really cute. And so of course I wanted to be able to give her another gift. And on that same note, I had knit a sweater for this one's older brother as well. It was this one, and I can't remember what it's called, but here's a picture, and you can find it on my project page. But so I definitely needed to follow through, and it's one thing to be overwhelmed and not be able to knit a sweater for somebody that you haven't made something for, but when you've already done it for the first child, I really felt like I owed it to them to make something for the second child. So anyway, this one was a baby girl. So I was going to, they didn't know what they were having until the baby was born, and she was born just last week. So they had a little baby girl, so I went to my go-to baby girl sweater pattern, and I knit a little entrecote. And I just love this pattern for baby girls. Well, for girls in general. It's just such a pretty little shrug. And I got this cute little dress, little summer dress. I knit the 3-month size. I got the 3-month summer dress. If they choose, they could have the baby wear the sweater with the dress. We'll see. It may not fit at the same time. I don't check gauge on little baby things because I figure they're going to fit into them eventually. And so the dress may not fit at the same time the sweater does. That's okay, because it is, you know, something that they could put on the baby over anything. You know, it could be a little summer top, it could be a fall top, it could go over a long sleeve onesie, and yeah, it could just go over anything. So that is this, and this, by the way, is knit out of Madeline Tosh. Here it is. I used a little less than half the skein, okay, in Button Jar Blue. So it's just such a pretty blue. So So yeah, that is the 2 baby items that I knit. And now I can take those to work tomorrow and give them away, which I'm excited about. I always love giving baby things to people because babies are cute. I do have one more FO, and it's a big one. I finished my Camaro sweater. Look at how pretty. This has actually been finished for a little bit, like 2 weeks maybe, but I had to weave in all the ends because I striped these manually. So there are 2 ends for every one of these stripes, and yeah, it's on each sleeve, you know, and then there's the bodies. I used a contrasting color on the bottom, on the hem, so yeah, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of ends. This is all knit out of Nerd String in her DK weight base, and I absolutely love it. This colorway was, the main colorway was Good Day Sunshine. And I had 2 skeins and a little bit left over for it, because if you recall, I already knit one of these and decided that I wanted to change the sizing a little bit, and so I made that first one a cropped short sleeve version, and then got a couple extra. I got these 2 extra colors, and knit a full length full sleeve version. And so I just had 2 and maybe a quarter skeins left of the Good Day Sunshine. So I basically just knit the body until I ran out. Because I had picked up this gray, a full skein, I had lots of it left over, so I used it to do the hem. And the pattern, by the way, is the Camaro by Tanis Lavalley. The pattern calls for a 2x2 rib for the hem, but I did garter stitch instead, and I did a split hem, as you can see there, so that it would lay nice and loose at the bottom. I also did I added a garter stitch collar here because the pattern just calls for you to cast on and go, and so it kind of, I mean, it works, but it left the neck open a little bit too wide for me, and I kind of didn't like since it's just stockinette, it would roll a little bit, which was okay if I was wearing it, but anyway, I just decided to go ahead and I picked up these stitches and did, I think 8 rows in garter and then bound off. So I did that also in the gray, and then on the sleeves, I also did the garter stitch in the gray, and the sleeves are a little bit long, but I needed them to be this long so that I could end in the gray. I wanted the continuity. So all of the hems are done in the same color. And the sleeves aren't too terribly long. It was nice. I've hopefully been posting some pictures of me wearing it. And the sleeves kind of fit, kind of like right here on my, there we go, on my thumb. So they kind of cover my hand a little bit, which will be great when the weather turns cold again. We are now going into not cold weather. Yesterday was a little bit warm, actually. It was like 80 degrees, which is nice on one hand, but it means that summer is coming, and I don't like summer. I don't like it to be hot. I kind of don't want it to ever be hotter than like 72, honestly. But yeah, so this will be put away, and I will wear it in the fall when we start getting cool weather again. But that's the nice thing about living in Colorado, is that I know fall is coming, and it is coming in a reasonable amount of time, and I will be able to wear these kinds of sweaters again, and we'll have snow and winter, and it'll be great. Whereas when I was living in Southern California, It was a long time coming. So, so yeah. Anyway, there is that. It is all done. It is the second of the 5 projects that I had left over at the end of last year that I decided I wanted to finish up this year. So I have 3 more. Unfortunately, the 2 of the remaining 3 are sweaters that still have quite a bit left to do. So it may take me a while, but I do feel good that I've made some progress. I have a couple, no, I have 1. Yeah, I have 1 WIP, which will not be a WIP after today, but I just didn't get it finished in time. And then I'm going to be starting 2 new things today, so I will have 2 WIPs. So my 1 WIP is these pair of socks. This was going to be a pair that I was doing for my Christmas box of socks. I'm doing 31 pairs of Christmas socks to wear every day in December. However, I decided I don't want these for Christmas socks. The colorway is pretty. Obviously, it's pretty, but it just doesn't feel Christmas to me. And so I've decided that I'm not going to use these for Christmas socks. So, and then when I made that decision, I was like, well, I don't want to finish knitting them then either. So I talked to Delaney and I was like, well, do you like this sock? And she's like, yeah. And I said, will you like this sock if it was a shorty? She was like, yeah. She didn't wear her socks to match anyway, so I figured it was okay. So this one's going to be a shorty sock. I'm going to knit another, I don't know, 15, 20 rows and then bind it off like a row city roller. And then she'll have this full-size sock. And that's okay because, you know, that's how Delaney do. And I'm okay with it. It means I don't have to knit this whole thing. Because, yeah, like I said, it's a pretty colorway and it's not unpleasant to knit. I guess I'm kind of over it. So, this yarn, is stitched together and in their frugal fingering base in the colorway Jingle Batch number 6. And yeah, when I saw it in the skein, it looked more Christmassy. I don't know. It's just not, I'm just not feeling it. And I kind of want to knit the other Christmas socks that I have. So I will start this one today. This is Northwood Fibers in the Farmhouse Christmas Tweed. And I've been kind of excited about knitting this. So I'm going to cast that on and that'll be my next Christmas sock. It does mean that I'll have to buy another skein of Christmas yarn. Darn. Gosh, I guess I'll have to do it. And then lastly, I've just finished doing the gauge swatch. Look at me, I'm learning. So I did the gauge swatch for it. I did rip it out because I need all of the yarn for this one. We only have 4 skeins, but I am going to cast this on the hyssop, maybe? Hyssop? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I am going to knit this. This has no designer name on it, but this is the pattern. It is a paid-for pattern, and I'm going to knit it for my mom. She's requested a sweater and purchased the yarn and everything, and she's been waiting. We are, of course, going into the fall, or going into the summer, rather, so she won't be able to wear it for a while either, but I do want to get it knit for her so she can enjoy it. She is very knit-worthy when it comes to sweaters. I've knit her a couple, and she wears them all, so yeah. And that's it. It's going to be kind of a short one this time, but I really wanted to get those baby things in so that I could gift them tomorrow. I do have a couple of books a book I want to mention. I've been reading this. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this book. This is The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, who is a British presenter. Like, he does, I don't know, presenting. So he's British celebrity, and I didn't realize that until after I'd started reading the book, and I was looking at some of the reviews on Goodreads, and somebody was like, well, I don't normally like it when celebrities try to write novels, but da 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 da, and I was like, oh, is he? Yeah, so I apparently was out of the loop on that one. I do know a lot of British celebrities, or know of them, or at least I thought I did, but maybe I don't know much at all. Anyway, I'm really enjoying this book. I'm listening to it on audio, but I'm really, really loving it. If you are a fan of like Miss Marple type idea, where you have the unassuming septuagenarian who is, everybody just kind of overlooks, but is actually genius and solves things. That's what you have with the Thursday Murder Club. It is a group of 4. I think they are septuagenarians. Yeah, in a peaceful retirement village, 4 unlikely friends meet weekly in the Jigsaw room to discuss unsolved crimes. Together, they call themselves the Thursday Murder Club. And so they meet and they just they try to solve these unsolved crimes, and then there happens to be a murder that is linked to this senior village that they live in, and they managed to help out to solve this one as well. I haven't gotten very far. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to help out to solve it. They're trying to, but I haven't finished it yet. Anyway, the second book, I think it's The Man Who Died Again, or Died a Lot, is coming out at the end of the year, or in September, somewhere around there. And I'm really keen. I love this kind of, mystery, cozy mystery, where it's, funny and, insightful, and you just really enjoy it, and kind of a character study. I love Miss Marple by Agatha Christie for that exact reason. So, yeah. Anyway, I do highly recommend it if you like those kinds of books, and the book itself is really pretty. So, anyway, that's it. So I guess I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Happy knitting. Bye.